Foundation, and we're here for Battle of the Bots. We hopped onto Twitch today. I'm going to be a little selective in my word choice. A little under the weather, no big deal. Just busy, rainy week here in New York City, and now that I've kind of gotten that disclaimer out of the way, we're here to battle some bots. I've got Dave from our design team. We have two Ranger tanks. Dave, if you wanna peek in and say hey.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully we can get some more people in joining us. Maybe we can have some bigger battles and maybe work on to some sort of championship or something. So hopefully we can get some people to join us.
Yes, cool. So that's Dave. That's he's one of the veterans, also an Army veteran. We're both Army veterans, and we're here with part of a design team that we run here at the Lift and Shift Foundation. So this program actually, I'll show some highlights at the end of the program, how it used to run in person before the crazy virus tried to kill everyone. But we're here online streaming today because over the last few years, we realized that we can reach people who can't make it to us here in New York City. And Dave's actually a great example because he's hundreds of miles from me. I'm here in Manhattan in New York City, and he's on the other side of the state, actually. And we're going to battle bots together, and we can do that online right here on Twitch. I'll do a little bit of discussion behind the scenes between rounds, but we're gonna battle our Ranger robots in that arena right there, and it's already all set up. We're already ready to go. It looks pretty good to me, and we're going to do it online together. We're going to be using something called makeblock, which is this web app right here. So I'm gonna hop right into it. I'm just gonna start highlighting. Dave's going to be driving the Sane Smart bot today, and I'm going to be driving the Lift and Shift bot today, and these are our tanks. These are what we're doing. So Dave sends me code from his web browser. He has this open on his end. We're in Zoom. He's gonna send me his. He's already actually sent me his code. So I'm gonna grab his code and upload it into our robot. And I've found mistake number one is that I can't see his code where I've downloaded it, so I've got to move some things around here really quickly. There we go. So I'm gonna open up Dave's code right there in the browser. I'm gonna quickly go through this. We're gonna connect Dave's robot right here. The Sane Smart bot is chugging along. And here we go. So I'm going to connect to Dave's robot, to the Sane Smart bot right there. I'm going to connect, and we're going to upload Dave's code. Dave has coded this robot. We are uploading, going. You can kind of see some flashing lights and things. Code has been uploaded. I'm going to disconnect the Sane Smart bot, turn him off. And we're gonna get my code. My code. We're gonna drag and drop my code in now for the Lift and Shift bot. We're gonna get the Lift and Shift bot all fired up, and we're gonna head over to the arena. Quick. This is early for us. Usually I ramble for a bit. And there we go. We're all connected. Going to connect the USB to the robot. Upload with some flashy lights and things. And there we go. We're uploading. We've got some code in the Lift and Shift bot. So I'm going to power the Lift and Shift bot off. And at this point, we're actually ready to go. We are less than 10 minutes into the stream, and we're actually going to hit the arena right now, and I'm pumped for that. So I'm gonna unpin myself. So Dave, you can feel free to chime in and cheer, and we'll yell and scream. And I'm gonna get our view back over to the arena, so I can get over there. We're gonna drop the bots in. Let's get it. We got the lift and shift bot, and we've got the Saints Mark bot. If you can see all those. Okay, so we're gonna do best 2 out of 3. Are we ready? We ready? Let's get it. Go. Where's he going? Where's he going?
He decided to do his own code today.
That was kind of funny. I think we got to give that to the lift and shift bot.
Yeah, definitely.
But that was a lot of cool stuff that happened there, and I'm glad that worked out. So that we could see some of the actual code happening. We're gonna go best 2 out of 3. Ready? Have at it. Go get it. Oh, the lift and shift bot keeps doing the same thing over and over again, and that's winning. But he's still doing his little backup dance, and now he's paused. And we'll chat about some of the code. We're gonna do round 3, just because we want to see some robots do some things. But lift and shift bot has this 2 out of 3 already. Ready? Go. Don't. He's whoa. He's running into the camera. That's exactly what I was afraid of. All right. So we saw some things happen there. The lift and shift bot took all 3, and we're gonna come back. So that was our first match. That was quick and dirty, and it got right down into robots battling it out. And I have some examples. I'm actually gonna show some examples really quick. Let's switch screens here. So let's take a peek at some of this code. I'll back up. Let's go to some of the hardware. These robots are equipped with, I'm going to show you here. Let's take the SaintSmart bot as an example. There's a line sensor here that we're using for the match. So this line sensor, I'm going to show you a better view of it. But we've also got an ultrasonic sensor, kind of like a bat. And we've got some extra hacked stuff on here. But basically, these robots are following a line, and they're trying to push each other off the line. And that's the match. That's the challenge of coding these robots. And we're not remote control driving them. We're actually coding the robots to perform autonomously. So they're going on their own, just like any video game you would play. If I like to use Minecraft as an example. So if you're like cruising around in Minecraft, and the creeper's just wandering around, the creeper, nobody's like on the other end of the controller with the creeper. The creeper's programmed to chase you and blow up and be creepy. So we're programming our robots to do the same type of actions on their own, and this is the cool part. So we're basically telling our robots to use these tools that we have, the sensors. So check it out. This is the ultrasonic sensor. That's that thing that's right on the front that looks like eyes. It's actually a radio signal. It's a sound you can't hear, almost like a dog whistle, and it sends it out and bounces back off of things, and that's how it tells like a distance. So we're using that sensor right there to tell us things about the robot, like if there's a bad guy in front of it, that kind of stuff. The other sensor we're using is the line sensor. So you can see here, it's actually 2 little sensors, and each sensor is made up of a little flashlight and a little flashlight detector. It's called an IR transmitter and IR receiver. That kind of big words. It's basically light that you and I can't see, but kind of like that dog whistle thing. But check it out. So I'm going to show you. This is I love showing people this because it always blows my mind that we have this robot, and you and I can't see the light that comes out of this sensor right here. So if I switch back here, you can see that sensor. There's a down there. It's the same thing that's in my hand. And check it out. When I turn the power on, you'll see the lights light up here, like that. So those are the lights that are actually coming out of the sensor, and I can't see that. Like me here, I can't see that happening. You can see it on the screen because the camera, my webcam right here, can see more light than my eyes do. So I always get all of like nerdy about it, but that's basically what's happening there. Is this is shining some light out that we can't see, but the camera can. So it shows off, and every time we do this, I'm going to show everyone that because I think it's cool. But if we come back to the MBot and this line sensor, it's called a line sensor. I'm going to call it a line sensor. It's really like an infrared detector, and it does the same thing. It detects a certain color underneath of it, or a certain like tone underneath of it, and that's something we're using as the robots are chasing across the line. So this is an example right here, a really good example actually of the 4 different states in our line sensor. It can be on the line, or partially off the line on one direction, or it can be all the way off the line. And that's something we're using to kind of tell ourselves, to tell our robots, you're off the line, you're on the line, you are, winning, losing, that kind of stuff. And we've kind of coded that into the rules of our match here. So here's another very good example, and I'm gonna dig into it a little more in between maybe another match. I like to give Dave plenty of time to do his coding. I'm not going to change any code for the lift and shift bot, but we're gonna let Dave try to make some solutions and some adjustments and see if he can come back from this. And I see Dave is ready now. Dave's already uploaded a new setup, so I'm gonna switch back to my screen. Hey, hi, how you doing? And I'm gonna unpin me for a minute, and we're gonna go back to our chat. I'm gonna download the file. So while I was chatting it up here, Dave was actually recoding his blocks, reorganizing his tactics on how he wants to fight and how he wants to do this. So I'm gonna grab Dave's code and I'm gonna upload it right now. So you'll have to bear with me while I'm juggling windows, but I'm gonna drag and drop it right into the screen. And here's I'll switch it up this time. I'll show the version from the browser, so you can see I just dragged and dropped Dave's code into what's called makeblock. Makeblock makes it. It's Scratch basically. So I'm gonna plug in the Sane Smart Bot here that Dave's driving. All connected. I am going to connect over USB. So now the Sane Smart Bot's connected. We're going to upload Dave's code right here into the robot. That was that fast. It happened so easily, right? And the thing is that Dave's coded this set of blocks where he is from quite a distance away from me. So I'm going to unplug Sane Smart Bot, power it off for just a second, and switch my screens here. All right, we're ready to go back for another round, another match. Let's do I have myself unpinned? I do have myself unpinned. Dun dun dun. And let's head over to the match. Over to the arena. Let's go. We have the lift and shift bot down. And we have the Sane Smart Bot down. Okay, best 2 out of 3. Let's get it. Ready. Go. And they're off. Oh. And they're locked up. Are they gonna stay locked up? They're caught. They're caught in the face. Oh no! The lift and shift bot had a battery come out. So
yeah, and the Sane Smart had already said it was done.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that one because the batteries came out. So we're gonna give it to the Sane Smart Bot. The lights came on, and that was interesting. Yeah. We'll take a peek at the code while you're adjusting. But we're gonna give that to the Sane Smart Bot. All right, best 2 out of 3. Go. Let's get it on. Oh, He did. He veered off to the side. They both veered off. Well, we're going to give it to the lift and shift bot, so they'll be tied up now. But the SaintSmart bot veered off the line, like right away. That was
I noticed that.
That was very weird. I'm checking mechanically to see if there's something wrong here. This feels heavier, like more tension. We'll keep an eye on it. See if that happens more. But here goes the tiebreaker. Ready? Go. It is. It's veering off to the side. Oh snap!
Yeah.
What do we call? What do we call that? Is that a tie?
That one's gonna be a draw.
I think we gotta call round two. This whole round a draw. Batteries came flying out everywhere. I'm gonna bring this all back to the desk, and we're gonna take a peek at some hardware here now. Oh, don't. Okay, so I'm back at the desk. Dave's gonna have a chance to update some code, change some things around. I am not gonna change any of the code for the lift and shift bot. But what I am gonna do is we're gonna take a peek at the robot here. So in between matches, I get this opportunity to kind of diagnose things that have happened. So we're gonna quickly jam batteries back in the lift and shift bot here, and the lift and shift bot doesn't really have any mechanical problems to address, but what we saw was the SaintSmart bot kind of veering off to the side, and based on the camera angle, I'm not sure everyone can see that, but the SaintSmart bot was actually veering off further away from the camera. So he's veering off the line and saying that he's lost right away. And as I'm looking at the SaintSmart bot and kind of like feeling the mechanics, this track here feels easier, less friction, less force required to make it roll. So it's possible there's something mechanically happening here that's forcing that turn. You can hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, okay. Maybe we're back now. Maybe that was it. Maybe there was just something off about the track. Maybe I put it in storage off a little bit. But we'll keep an eye on that, and I can adjust that. Give the basically a handicap by tilting it a little to the side so it can go a little further. But it gives me a good opportunity to actually explain what's happening in the code, and I really want to kind of do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to take a peek at all of this. This is the code that we've actually developed as the design team. I'm going to zoom in real big like that. Now, like that. So we can look at this. So there's this code, and this is how we snap it together so that anyone can join us, anyone can do this. It's super easy, it's super cool. It's just like snapping Legos together. It's honestly, it's very, very easy to do, and we do this for a reason. There's no need to learn how to do any of the code, and this is already what's set up for us. So Dave is actually adding his tactics right here into these white spaces, and I've done the same thing with the lift and shift bot. So our tactics here are just like I showed you in the slides, to the side here, just like these situations. If situation 1, 2, 3, or 4 happens, we're going to do something different tactically on the line to kind of push our opponent off. And this is already all set up. So we're using the ultrasonic sensor and the line follower sensors to kind of win, or try to win by pushing the other person off. And these are kind of our guidelines, like our rules. The rules are that if a robot finds himself or herself off the line, they flash all the lights and they stop moving, and they just kind of sit there and don't do anything. And that's so the fun part for us is that the robots, the winning robot doesn't really like know that it's won. That's kind of like the kicker. So the winning robot will keep going, and you may have seen that in a little bit of the first couple matches, but I find that hysterical, because when we are in like the end of the match and clearly there's a winner, the winning robot doesn't know that, so the winning robot keeps going at it, and that part is fun, and I dig that part. It sometimes looks like he's just like piling on, adding insult to injury, but it can be kind of amusing at the same time when the robots just look like they don't want to give up. It gives them a little more personality. But there are some other parts to this robot that don't come from makeblock. So I mentioned earlier that we have all these sensors. We have this line sensor, and we have this ultrasonic sensor. But there are some things that we design as a design team to make this robot different, and to make this robot, to make this Ranger tank a little bit different than any of the, like the version you might buy at home or you might have at home. And I'm gonna grab the lift and shift bot here quickly and kind of go over some of the cool stuff that we have done as a design team. The first part is this battery box doesn't really go here on the regular Ranger tank. So if you buy this from makeblock and you get it, the battery box is actually under there, and it goes under here, and it's I would never ever call it a design flaw for the makeblock team, because I mean, think about it. It's a tank. It gets its power from the batteries. It probably wants the batteries protected. Having the batteries all the way under there is probably the best place for it. Honestly, they're shielded and protected. But for our purpose, you've seen this now. If you caught the matches, the batteries pop out, and it happens frequently. And the challenge in putting the batteries back was taking off the cover, the brains, and pulling all the parts out just to put the batteries back. It turned into like a five minute exercise. So we designed this plate and we moved the battery box to the back, and it solved so many of our problems. So now when batteries pop out, it's a 5 second thing, or a 15 second thing instead of a 5 minute thing. That part is super cool. I was very happy to see how that worked out. Excuse me. And the other thing that we've designed is this face shield. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But the face shield is cool. I'll come back to it because I see that there's another file in the chat. So let's check it out. Dave is ready. And we've got a new file. So we're gonna quickly upload and go back to Dave's file right there. So this is Dave's program. This is what Dave wants his robot to do. There's a bunch of stuff in there. I see it all fancy. We're gonna get Dave's robot, the Sane Smart Bot, connected. Power on. Connect. As I struggle with the lights. Connected. Uploaded. There we go. Chug, 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 chug. Uploaded. Awesome. And the flashing continues. Sweet. All right, we got the Sane Smart Bot ready to go. the lift and shift bot. We're not changing the code, so let's stick with it. We'll head to the mat. Let's go to the arena. I'm gonna unpin myself from our little Zoom. There we go. And let's head on over. Lift and shift bot is in the arena. Saint Smart right behind him. Okay, so we've had 2 rounds so far. Lift and shift bot took the first one. The second one was a tie. So we're back here again for round 3. This is the best 2 out of 3. Let's go get it. Snap!
That was a Saint Smart win.
That is a Saint Smart win. That was good. I dig it. And whatever happened with the track not the like shifted direction, it seems to have gone away that time.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a mechanical thing with the tread or something.
Yeah, like inside wasn't lined up.
Yeah, there was no code that would have caused it to do that.
No, definitely not. Okay, so Saint Smart's up. Up 1. Best 2 out of 3. Let's get it. Don't. Look at him go. Get off my line. Oh!
I'm going to call that one another Saint Smart because, yeah, that was a straight push off. Did exactly what we wanted. I don't know why it was still going like that, though.
That is amazing. That was another good match. All right, so Saint Smart's won this match, but we're gonna go with
match 3.
Yeah, last one. Just because we got robots in the arena. Go. Don't.
That one is a lift and shift. That knocked the back.
That is funny. Doesn't really matter much at this point right now, but he was stuck in the oh snap. We'll have to print a new one of those. Okay, let's bring it back to the table and check it out. So Saint Smart won there. So now overall, things are tied.
Yep.
And that was cool. That was extra cool. Let's check it out. I don't know. Do you want to change any code? Do you want to go back at it?
Yeah, let's run it again.
Okay.
I didn't see anything that I wanted to change.
Cool. All right, let's go back to the mat again. That was no wasting no time here. Let's go for it. I like to see the robots get it on. Let's go. All right. This is round 4, best 2 out of 3. Get it. Go. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened there either, but that's a lift.
That was funny. Okay. So a battery popped out afterward. But yeah, we'll give that to the lift and shift bot for now. Much more entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Best 2 out of 3. Ready. Go.
That's a Saint.
Yep. Battery popped out again. That's fair. They at least they pop like straight up out.
Yeah.
That's always really funny to me. I did not expect that when we designed the battery case. I did not expect that. So they're tied right now for round 4.
Yep.
So this is the tiebreaker. Best 2 out of 3. Get it.
Well, lift and shift said I'm done.
I think he gave up. I don't know.
That is a Saint Smart win.
Yes. So Saint Smart's up 2-1. That was amazing. And I'm not quite sure why the lift and shift bot left.
No.
But clearly decided he wanted no part of the Saint Smart bot by the third match or third set. Super cool. And I think the interesting part here is that we actually have we have a lot of time. We could actually do some like some coding. And
yeah, we can go through the code that we developed on Thursday and talk about what we're trying to achieve with that code, and how it actually played out here, because that was really good. Yeah, I don't know what else to do at this point.
I got you. I'm with you. I'm actually gonna drag a couple images into the web browser. We're gonna take a peek at the code. So let's do this. I'm gonna talk through this as kind of like the nerdy coder dude. So the one thing we've been trying to work on is this idea that our robots have this this state, and I'm going to use air quotes, and we wanted to be able to have the robots turn on battle mode because they start so far apart. They start at other ends of the line, and they start going forward, but then we want them to have tactics and moves, and like shake and bake and a spin move or a dive or something, whatever the case may be to get your opponent off the line, and we've kind of defined that as like this battle mode. So battle mode happens right when you see that, right to that side of me right there. Yeah, so battle mode is when the sensor picks up an object within 10 centimeters. So if we go back to this, we're asking if, and the question is, if you see an opponent, we want you to do this, and that's what happens here. So if you see your opponent, then you're gonna do all these things in here, but you're gonna pay attention to the lines, and that's the battle mode, and it can't just be a regular if statement, or otherwise we'll be doing all this stuff too. So we have to have this else thing in here, and I kind of want to show this block all on its own right here, and I want to be able to say that it's an if statement in coding and programming is sometimes called a conditional statement because you're testing a condition. You want to know if this is true or false. And for us, it wasn't, does an opponent exist is just a generic if statement. But we had to have both of these separations. If you have an opponent, you're doing this, or else you're doing that. And that's how we've separated our code and created what we're calling a battle mode. So everything that happens in battle mode happens in the if part. And if battle mode isn't on, then or else you're doing your regular I'm wandering on the line kind of thing. So that's the simple part of how we set this up. And this is where anyone who joins us gets this code, and you can add the blocks in right here to these spaces, just like Dave and I have done to the Saint Smart bot and the Lift and Shift bot. We've added our code to these spaces right there, and that's how our robots are responding to each other. The robot in front of it and the line sensors underneath of it. So that's where the coding, where we snap together our blocks to make our robot do things all by itself. Down here you can see the example of else, and else meaning there is no battle mode. Battle mode is off. So when battle mode is off, we don't care about the ultrasonic sensor or anything else. We're just kind of like moving forward, making sure we don't go off the line. And if we do go off the line, we're flashing lights and we're stopping everything for 5 minutes. 300 divided by 60 is 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, 5. I try not to do math whenever possible. But yeah, so this is how our code is set up, and this is how the whole thing works. I like that it's so simple. It's easy enough for us to see if I zoom back out. I mean, this doesn't look very complicated. It's not a whole lot of blocks. It's not a whole lot of, of pieces to get lost. But it is just like Legos. It's just like snapping them together in this setting right here. And I'm gonna toss this away. So that's what we've developed as a design team, and that's the easy level. That's what I'll call easy. And I'm going to drop in my code, and I'm going to pick apart my code for a bit, so you can kind of see mine. I've done, oh wait, no, sorry, that's not my code. I got all confused. I was like, no, I did not code my robot to do that. So my code is very, very simple for the robot, and if I snap it out and drag it over to its own window so we can zoom in and we can take a peek at it. Dun dun dun. There we go, is my code for the lift and shift bot. You can see that I wait 2 seconds so I can get my big meaty hands out of the way, and then I'm telling my robot to do some shake and bake here, just to kind of wiggle, turn left and right for a half a second, and then go forward. And what I notice from my robot is I don't see that kind of like shake and bake on my robot. The lift and shift bot doesn't do that, and it might be happening so fast that I just don't notice it. But I haven't seen that part yet, and I'm very, very curious if I can maybe extend these times, maybe make it 3/4 of a second. But this having it time based also means that it may go off the line in the process before the half second runs out, because the line is only 3 inches wide. But yeah, so that's the basic version of mine, and I'm gonna do some coding on the fly. I'm actually gonna edit a little bit of this, and I'm gonna add in an extra bit of code. So here's something I'm going to do very quickly. I'm going to add another if statement into my battle mode. So I'm going to drop this in here. I don't want it to... No? Okay, how about I do this? At the end. We'll go to the end. Right there. And I'm going to use another sensor. We're going to try another sensor here. We're going to try the gyroscope. X-axis, let's say less than 15. We're going to back up. So if my robot detects that he's falling over, he's going to back up. And that's the lift and shift bot tactic right now. We will back up quick, fast, and in a hurry. Am I? Oh. Dope. There we go. Okay. So I'm editing this robot to add in another question right there. If he feels that the angle is less than 15, he's going to back up. And maybe I should do that greater than, but I'm not sure. So we're going to try that out for the next match. I'm going to connect the lift and shift bot. And Dave, I'm assuming you don't want to change at all. You've been
we're going to leave it.
You've been crushing it. So I'm gonna add a defensive tactic to the lift and shift bot. So we're gonna plug the lift and shift bot in, power everything on, connect, and we're gonna try out this new sensor, which is the gyroscope. Awesome. Uploaded, everything else. I will come back. I'll come back right here after this match, and we can chat about the gyroscope and what the gyroscope does and the differences between the angles and things like that. But let's unpin me. Am I pinned? No, I'm not pinned. Okay, cool. Then let's just head over to the arena. Let's go. Dun dun dun. All right. Let's see what happens. Lift and shift bot is ready. Saint Smart is on the line, ready to go. Okay. Best 2 out of 3. Oh, adjust. Go. Oh, they're fighting. We're going to give that to the Saint Smart. And I'm not quite sure why the lift and shift bot thinks he's just leaving every time now. Let's see what happens again. Ready? Go. Best 2 out of 3. Get off my line. Saint Smart bot won again. I appreciate you beeping at me. A little late. All right. We're going to go with 3 just because. Get it. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm gonna run a test round, one test line right here. Go. There's something interesting going on with this lift and shift bot. Let's bring it back to the table. Okay, cool. All right, so there's some crazy stuff going on here, right? This robot, the lift and shift bot, doesn't want to stay on the line. He just turns left and leaves. What would cause this robot to leave the arena, leave the mat, leave the line, right? So let's take a peek at the code. Let's take a peek at what's really happening here and see why the lift and shift bot doesn't want to play. So we can dig into there, but I'm going to come back to this view right here and say that in battle mode down here, there are the left and right turns. So I think what is happening is not a code problem, but it is a track problem. And I can feel it right there. I can feel mechanically the robot is struggling, like there's a dead spot right here. And the Saint Smart bot had this problem earlier. But the amount of force required to turn the track is not the same all the way across. It's very easy right here, and then it gets very hard to push right in this section. So it's and I don't have that experience right here.
That might be a mechanical thing that we'll have to look at after stream.
Yeah.
In the motor.
Yeah, the Saint Smart bot had this problem earlier, but we didn't even get a chance to try out the gyroscope, and I was a little disappointed in that. But do you want to change your code? Do you want to just go back to the mat?
Go back to the mat and run it.
All right, let's go back to the mat. Am I unpinned? I was never pinned to begin with, right? No, we're just gonna super. All right, let's head to the mat. Saint Smart bot will be over in just a second. Saint Smart is in the house. Best 2 out of 3. Go. He left. He left.
That's...
And he made the turn right off the bat. I saw, you kind of heard my tape coming loose. He just backed up like all the way and ripped tape off the floor and everything.
Wow.
So the batteries are still good. There's enough power. He's getting juice. But he's turning right away. So let's try this out. Let's see. Let's see if that was a problem. Ready? Go. No. No.
Yeah. What's going on with your code?
I don't know. Okay, we're gonna bring it back to the table. We're gonna upload the original code for the lift and shift bot and see what happens. Hey, so that was entertaining. So let me get back in our browser, in our makeblock window here. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff so we can see a better screen. Let's check this out. I have original code from the start of the day right there. So this is the standard set of code that we're using. And I'm gonna leave it alone. We're just gonna get right back into programming this this robot. Here we go. Ready? Plugged in. Turned on. Connected. Let's upload this set of code. Upload is started. Code has been uploaded. Disconnecting. You can see my flashing lights and things here. So and this is something I really should point out more frequently, but you just saw me disconnect the robot. There's no wires on the robot. We're not controlling these with the computer or anything else. We're actually sending those blocks as code into the robot, and the robot is running all the code and doing all of its stuff on its own. So it's much more much less of us driving the robots and much more of us coding the robots to do the things on its own, just like I mentioned earlier, just like creepers on Minecraft. They kind of wander around being all creepy all by themselves. Nobody's really controlling them. So we're doing the same thing with our robots, and we're using that scratch blocks up there on the makeblock site, and all of this stuff comes from the people who make the robots. So it's very convenient for us. But we're gonna head back over to the arena, and we're gonna get another match in because we have time for that. Let's go get it. Lift and shift bot, here we go. And the Saint Smart bot is back. Okay, so at this point, like all the rounds and matches are out the window. The Saint Smart bot is clearly the winner for the day. Congrats, Dave. The lift and shift bot just doesn't even want to play.
Yeah, thanks.
Go. Oh. I don't think it's going to change. I don't think anything's going to change.
I don't know why that keeps doing it that way.
We're going to give it to the Saint Smart bot though. All right, best 2 out of 3. Go. I don't know what to say there. I really don't. Like I'm like speechless, stunned. I think we call it a draw.
Yeah.
So the lift and shift bot went off. It's off the line. Like I can see the sensors. It's off the line. It's done its little light dance, and it's off now. That happened first. The SaintSmart bot didn't know it won, so obviously it just never quits. And that's where the roll came from. But we're going to give it to the SaintSmart bot.
No, we called that one a draw.
Okay, fine. But I mean, he's following the code. He's just sitting there waiting for his 5 minutes. He's in his timeout. And that is going to be what I call it from now on, is the timeout. That is funny. Okay, let's just do one more. Go. Almost. I saw no flashing lights, but clearly the SaintSmart bot just shoved him right off the line.
Yeah.
Now we get the flashing lights.
Of course.
Okay, we'll go one more, because we're getting close to our hour mark, and I think that the batteries might actually be struggling at this point.
That could be as well.
Yeah. All right, go. Oh! Pushed him right off the line. Get out.
Okay, that I don't know why the SaintSmart just kept going, and because it should have by the time it got to the end of the line should have ran through the ending code to stop and start flashing its lights.
Correct. But yeah. Well, we'll keep running it. We'll keep running this. I heard some fancy things happen on Twitch, but I'm nowhere near a screen, so I don't really know what happened.
I don't know. Hold on, let me double check.
But
nope, nothing on our end. On the feed end, I can see.
Fair.
Somebody started following him.
Yay! Thank you.
Yep, but I can't tell right now.
This is fun. Okay, so ready? We're gonna keep going because I think the batteries are gonna die, and we're getting close to our hour, our preset hour. So we'll just keep running until it looks like the batteries aren't keeping up with us. Go. Oh, the face shield broke.
I heard that.
The face shield broke. I was so distracted with trying to figure out where the face shield went. I stopped watching them. I don't know what happened, but here's part of the face shield.
Oh wow! And who had the shield?
Oh wow! Look.
Oh yeah.
Look at all that.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go back to the drawing mat for that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring these back to the table, and I'm gonna show an up close for you know. Yeah, just to take a good peek at it. Ooh. So the face mask broke, and I was kind of expecting this. Here's a piece of it. I saw another piece go flying behind the arena, but check this out. So this is the part that broke, and I'm gonna get our lift and shift bot right up here in the face. So we've designed this. It's one of the hacks and mods we designed, and this is where we'll probably end the stream is with a little chat about this part, because the robots when they're in the arena, when we started doing this, they would get locked, like their eyes would get locked together, and it was really, really boring for us. So we made these face shields, and you can see this one. Oh, even this one is coming apart. But these face shields have a purpose. They're not just like angry looking face shields. They have this ridge right here so that it deflects other parts from the other robots, so that they don't lock up on the eyes here. So it's more of a guide and a slide to help us keep the robots, from locking up and basically doing nothing in a match and having us call it a draw. So we designed these face masks, and they bolt right on. And the original design was me, and I was lazy, so I just made this like pyramid that bolts on with the bolt holes. And it was actually Dave who did the cool face mask stuff. So we added the face mask to the boring pyramid that I made, and it looks cool. But look at that. It's actually like.
But we did get quite a few battles out of it before.
Coming right off, yeah. This one's been on there for the longest time. So it's been on for a few matches, and I really expected this to happen. Like, I want to print this in brighter color, so we've designed this in Tinkercad, and if you give me just a second, I will actually open it up and show off that part, because we, as a design team, have our own space. Why are you going to make me sign in? Oh, you were terrible. Okay. Where we go? Ranger Hacks right there. So check it out. There is our design right there. If I zoom in on it, you can see we actually share this workspace.
You need to change your camera. There you go.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So there it is right there. You can see that's the design, and we print these. We work on them together in group in like our design team as a group. So we've kind of designed this and put it together, and I will print them and put them and attach them to the robot. So that's just something we're going to go back to the table and do this over again and come up with a better. A stronger face shield, and we've talked about this behind the scenes, so we kind of have an idea of how we want to do it. But yeah, so that's probably where we'll end it, because the batteries are starting to die in the bots. But yeah, so the this thing is on its last legs, and it's probably just down. I mean, I can almost pop it off at this point, but that was cool. That was very cool. So I'm gonna, at the beginning of the stream, I mentioned that this program was actually an in-person program that we would battle bots here in New York City, live and in person. And the pandemic and the crazy virus trying to kill us had us kind of shift things and do more online. So having to do that means that we learned how to reach people who can't get out to do things, and whether you're homebound because you have a disability, whether you're a parent and can't find childcare or transportation or any of those things that make it hard to get out and go to do things with people. We've adopted a streaming part of this program to help people do that, and that means, I think, in our About thing, you can go now and sign up if you're a veteran. You can join us. You can go. There's links now to the website and everything else. Join us. Dave and I are here doing this. I will switch our view quickly, just for a second, to the gallery. Dave and I are. Oh, okay. So that looks terrible. I'm just gonna go right back. But I will highlight Dave. Hi, Dave. There, I pinned you so I can chat, but you're still there. But Dave and I are hundreds of miles apart. He's on the other side of the state, and we've been doing this in a Zoom session. And I'm gonna remove the pin now, but yeah. So and this is open. This is part of the nonprofit. The Lift and Shift Foundation is actually a 501c3 nonprofit. We encourage veterans. This is a very family friendly program, and if you can't make it to Manhattan to do this in person with me, doing this here with us is the next best thing, and it really is meant to reach the people who want to participate and can't. So if you are paying attention, if you catch this and you follow it, share it with other veterans, share it with other families. You can all join in from wherever. Hey, I saw that. Hi. Zoom is funny. But yeah, so behind the scenes there's this Zoom that we've connected on before and after, and there's a lot of other stuff we do together, like 3D printing these parts and these pieces, and the code that you saw is in a workshop that came from you can sign up on our website, that kind of stuff. And I don't want to chat and distract everybody too much from it, but we've been running for an hour. We scheduled this for an hour, and the batteries are starting to give up on us. So I'm gonna wrap it up with our like 5-minute little video that gives a little better thank you and presentation than I could do by babbling. Dave, anything you saw that you wanted to point out about the robots today? I have some before I do the little video.
No, I don't believe so. I think everything is going to be the best we can right now, and we'll take the rest of it to the drawing board.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm fascinated to see what happened between like what I did with the lift and shift code to make it leave the arena right off the bat. So that was something I want to maybe take apart tonight and sit them right next to each other and compare the blocks and see what happened. But other than that, yeah, no, this worked out well. I'm always impressed with how this works from a distance, because you and I are nowhere near each other, and we still manage to share these files back and forth and upload everything. And this was much more entertaining than I ever thought it could be. Even as stressful as setting up arenas and hoping robots don't die on us. But yeah, no, it's very excited, very very happy. And on that note, Dave and I are going to disappear and leave you to watch this highlight loop. Thank you.
Wally, don't do this. Don't wear Wally. In your house, don't smoke it. You know what I mean? Like, walk for this side. On your mark, get set, go. Point for the side. These guys.
Let's go. Have at it. Oh. Oh, and they're struggling. But they're not giving up. It's still a fight. It's still a fight. It's still a fight. What are they? There he is.
No, yeah. Oh,
He's-
who got it? Who got it?
Best 2 out of 3.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Go. Have at it. Oh! 2 batteries down. I think that might be a draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that one a draw.
That was hysterical.
Has gone wrong. Wally, don't do this. Don't wear Wally. smoke in your house, don't smoke it. You know what I mean? Like, walk.
For this side. On your mark, get set, go! Point for the side. These guys.
Let's go. Have at it. Oh! Oh, and they're struggling. But they're not giving up. It's still a fight. It's still a fight. It's still a fight. What are they? There he is!
No, yeah. Oh,
He's-
who got it? Who got it?
Best 2 out of 3.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Go! Have at it. Oh! 2 batteries down. I think that might be a draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw.
That was hysterical.